Hey, what's up, guys? So today I'm going to talk to you about 3 plays in baseball. I have not ran my batter props, but I'll come back and give those away to the free channel. So if you haven't done so, go to the link in the description or go to beastsportspicks.com and click on free, and then I'll provide those for free later today. So again, if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe, click on free inside the link in the description or beastsportspicks.com. Yesterday was a pretty bad day. We were on a 6-day winning streak, and then yesterday that came to an end. I did specifically mention, I said it's Sunday. These guys are human. I've said this several times that Sundays are not that good. Sometimes even with the best intentions, with the best calls, everything, these teams still lose, especially with the Padres. They were supposed to beat the shit out of the Colorado Rockies again. And then these guys came back. It was like a revenge game because they lost 21-0 the game before that. Overall, what I'm trying to say is that Sundays you got to be careful, and that's why you have to have a total threshold of how much you're willing to invest. So for me, it would be 10% of my bankroll, and once I hit that number, I stay. I'm gonna talk to you about 3 teams today. I definitely love the Mets, so I'll tell you straight up, I do like them. And I actually have some notes here because I want to talk about some stuff. So the streak did come to an end. That's the first one. We had 13-day or 11-day. I can't remember. It was like an 11-day or 12-day winning streak. Then we broke even. Then we had like a 4-day winning streak, and then we broke even. And then we had a 6-day winning streak, and then we actually lost yesterday. So we haven't had a losing day in like 25 days, believe it or not. It's crazy. There was like a big streak on the up, and then a break even, and then another streak up, and then a break even, and then another streak up, and then an actual loss. So it's part of the game. I did not expect it was going to be that long of a winning streak, and then without losing. So then yesterday was finally a losing day. So what I did is, I'm trying to give you some information here, is I actually pulled up all my books because I have access to like 16 books in Illinois. I only use like 5 of them. In all honesty, I only use like 5 almost every day. I have funds in all of them, or most of them. So what I did is I pulled all my books together. I opened them all up, and I saw how much money I had in there. And then I pulled all my money out because, like I said, we were on a big streak, and I started building up bankroll. And I said, you know what? Instead of raising this unit size, because I had raised it from like $40 to $75, and we kept winning. So then I got all the way up to where I could have raised it up to like $120 per unit. But I said, you know what? No, there's regression coming. This always happens. You cannot think that you're going to win forever. So I see that there's going to be regression coming, especially it's already getting more towards the middle of the season, not even the middle, but it's already a couple of months into weeks to a month into baseball. Basketball is ending. So having said all that, I decided to instead pull profit out and then lower my unit size. So what I did is I lowered my unit size to $50. You'll see my units now when they come in, it's not going to be $75 anymore. It's going to be $50. You got to kind of do that kind of stuff. I'm trying to explain something so that you can understand that this is the way that professionals do it. When you have a bankroll and you've been winning a lot, pull your funds out, pull some money out, and reset and restart over. It's not only when you're losing that you're always depositing money. It's always also when you're winning. Pull money out and take your profit, and then lower your unit size and kind of rebuild that unit size up again. I hope that's making sense. Also, just losing is part of losing. I just broke that down. I already explained unit size, and then I'm gonna give you 3 plays. Thanks for sticking around, guys. So this is what happened yesterday. We did have some wins, but they didn't cover the losses. So Manny Machado, Aaron Judge. You can see Aaron Judge got 4 hits, so that hit for us. Then we had C.J. Abrams. He got a hit, and then we had Peña to get a hit, and Salvador Perez to get a hit. Then we had the unders for RBIs. Mervis hit for us twice in a row already. And then George Mateo got pulled. So this was voided. I got paid out for one of them. And then this was under 1.5. This is under 1.5 RBI runs. Everybody does these nerfies, they call them, no runs first inning. So what we're doing is we're finding the 2 best ones. It's actually my business partner. And then he finds 2 of the best ones. And then he does it at under 1.5, and he parlays them together. So I can explain that in a different video. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can just see that hit for us. Under 1.5 runs on the two best nerfies. I hope that makes sense. All right, let me get started with the Mets. So the Mets right here, you can see they're about 3 wins in the last 5 versus the Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is only 2 of the last 5. Pittsburgh does have a pretty bad record, 14-27. Also, they're very bad on the road. So I'm not going to get into all the details. You can see the projected score is the Mets to win. All right, so here we go. You can see the Mets and the Pirates. This is the public money versus the projected money. So basically what this is where the line shifted to. So like, for example, the line when it started with the Mets, you can see it's at a 138 and now it's at a 155. So what that means is that the Mets were favored and now they're more favored. So that tells you that there's sharp money coming in, and then you see the percentage of the money and the percentage of the bets. It's over 80% for the bets and 94% for the money. So when this matches, that means the public money is matching, the sharp money is matching, the books are adjusting because the line is shifting. All this is telling you that everybody is going towards the Mets for a reason. And I'll give you those reasons of why I think it's happening. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but it's very close. So you can see this line move started from a 138. It went to a 155. That's a big move towards the Nets, even though there was sharp interest because the sharp money is coming in on the Pirates. And that's because of Skeens, which is the best pitcher that Pirates have. But the pitcher is not going to make up the whole game. And the Mets have a much better offense. The Mets are 29-10, 74% when they're favored. So when they start as a favorite, they win 74% of the time. The Pirates are only 5-14 on the road. And also, this is a very big one. So like I said, Paul Skeens is a very good pitcher, but he's not enough to cover the weak offense because these are the hit leaders for the last 7 days. Right here, you can see that the Mets are number 2 and the Pirates are dead last. So that actually just got updated. The Mets were actually at number 3. Now they're number 2. So that got updated. But you can see the Pirates, they're the last team on the board on the entire league for the last 7 days to get on base. Again, the offense is weak. Look at this. They don't even get on base. They're 28th in the league to get on base. Compare that to the Mets. They're 2nd to get on base. So the great pitching for Pittsburgh doesn't compensate for the weak batting. I hope that makes sense. So Mets are 3rd, like I said. The Mets bullpen also, they have a great bullpen. So when the original pitcher comes out of the game, the Mets have a much better bullpen as well. All right, so let me give you the first play. I went with the Mets on the money line. I was able to get these on Bet Rivers for 157. They're actually a lot more expensive now. They're, I think, like all the way up to 160, 170. It depends on what you can get them at. It's up to you if you want to pay the juice or not. What I was thinking of doing is actually parlaying the Cubs with some stuff to bring the juice down. But because yesterday was a losing day, I'm not going to try to get cute with it. So I did the Mets straight up money line. That's the first one, guys. All right, let me go to the second one now. So the Washington Nationals here, they're going against the Atlanta Braves. I actually liked the Braves yesterday and they shut the bed for us, but it is what it is. We just move on. You can see right here, the Washington Nationals have not won a game in the last 5 at all. I think they're even worse than that. I think it's like the last 10 games or something like that. I can't remember. But overall, it's telling you right here, these red circles, that means they have not won a game in the last 5 games. Over here, Atlanta has only won 2 games in the last 5. They have a very similar record over here. That's the reason also that the projection is only 4.5 versus 4. Nationals, again, are struggling a lot. Braves are actually on an incline, and the Nationals are actually on a big decline. All right, so the Braves, they were a minus 166. Now they're at a minus 185. You can see the line, which is the bets that are coming in are 78%, and the money that's coming in is 81%. All of that is matching towards the Braves. Also, the other thing too is that the sharp money is coming in on the Nationals. They call it the sharp money is coming in on the professional money. However, the line is still shifting towards the Braves. So this is going in the favor of the Braves rather than the Nationals. All right, let me pull up some stats so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. Again, it moved from 166 to 185. That's a strong backing for the Braves. One of the big reasons is that the Nationals are 29% on the road. They've only won 8 games on the road. Nationals have lost 37 of their last 47 games overall. So that goes back all the way to last season. I don't think they've played 47 games so far. But again, that's a huge trend, and they do suck. Like last year, I remember them were one of the worst teams. So Braves available bullpen is 3.223 ERA, and the bullpen for the Nationals is not good at all. It's brutal, 6.36. So again, is their OPS, meaning what I just showed over here, on base percentage is very similar for the Braves and for the Nationals. So the game is going to be won in pitching, is not going to be won on the bats, is what I'm trying to say here. They're both ranked very close. So they do have a little bit of a better ERA to start. Washington does, but the offense is better for the Braves. And like I said, the line is shifting towards the Braves. So the second one I'm going to give you guys is this one here, which is the Braves. And I actually took them at a -1. So this is what I was trying to talk about. I was thinking about putting the Cubs money line. They're so expensive. I'm not touching them, especially I don't trust them. They've been losing a lot of games. But I was going to do the Cubs money line with the Braves money line. But like I said, I was not going to get cute with it. I'm actually skipping the Cubs because some of the data was saying that I should have went on the opposite side. So I'm not doing that. What I'm trying to show you here is that I'm going with the Braves -1 to get these better odds of -134. Now, if the Braves win by 1 point or 1 run, then I break even. I don't lose money. But if they win by 2 or more, then I win. So either way, like I said, it's a little bit of a higher risk, meaning that they have to win by 2 or more. But again, I'm willing to take that risk. Go to the link in the description, click on free picks, and you'll get all the free stuff there. All right, these Mariners shot the bed for us yesterday too. So we had the Mariners and they ended up losing. So now we're going actually against them, not because of that reason, but because of all the reasons I'm going to show you. So here you go. Yankees 130 is where they started. Now they're at a 145. So the line is shifting towards the Yankees. So you can see the projections are not much. They're not saying they're going to win by a lot. The records are very close. The Yankees have won 4 of the last 5. And the reason the Yankees are not even better than this is because of their bullpen. Their bullpen sucks. So that's the reason. Their pitching is not good. But you can see 4 out of the last 5. The Seattle is... Anyways, we got Yankees right here. They're very similar in records and in the last 5 and stuff like that. The Seattle Mariners, it says that they've won 2 of the last 5. They did not win yesterday. I don't know why this is showing 2, but it is what it is. Let's move on. Let me give you the reasoning. So I am going to take the Yankees money line. The Yankees hammered from a 130 to a 145. Sharps are back in New York. The trends are 4-1 in the last 5 games when they started as a favorite. So what this means is whenever the Yankees start as a favorite, they win. Today they started as a favorite, they became more favored. And so we got Yankees are -1 OPS with 70 home runs. So again, the OPS is that rank that I showed you when they get on base. Yankees are #1 in the last 7 games. Compare that to the Mariners, they're way down in OPS, 22nd. So if you look at Yankees #1, Mariners are 22nd. And like I said, they just got swept. Like it was like a 9-1 yesterday. And I'm telling you because I had them and they lost. All right, pitching edge, you got Schmidt, 4.79 ERA versus Hancock, 5.70 ERA. The Yankees bullpen has fresher arms, and they do have some relievers ready, but the Yankees bullpen is not that good. Mariners are worse though. The bullpen, it says they've been overworked, 42 innings in the last 3 games, and their ERA is not good at all. So having said all that, so he got Yankees 148 money line. I gave you guys a lot of free information already. Like I said, I'm gonna give you all the batter props. I'm gonna look at the under RBIs and stuff, and I'm gonna post it right inside the link in the description, and then click on where it says free picks. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Let's have a good day.